finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a Carolina native, former Tar Heel, it's Javonte Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. Here's Wilson to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He's got room at the 30. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Broncos. For Jerry Jeudy, this is why he was a first-round pick back in 2020. The route running, the hands are great, but the speed, that sets him apart. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0.
Broncos 7, Panthers 0.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
79 Broncos.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That gain on third down, good for 28. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Panthers at 1-7 now in the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well, because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a loose football. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The slot man in motion right. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately, to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Ready? 60 vices, 60 vices. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Get up! Lion. Hey!
7-7, our score after 1.
Ready.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
19 Lions.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
60 Bobcats. 18 Pioneer.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Come on. 70 Timberwolves.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Let's go now.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Panthers have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And
ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a handoff out of the gun. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Japanese
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent game and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
18 Rattler. Come 19.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And he's got his big tight end here. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's got the connection downfield to Hamler. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hey, 0.
Wilson will throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Second Pirates.
He'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll look to throw again. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. They find some open field here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Check smash, check smash.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Let's go now.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Buffalo 18. Warriors 17. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Hey,
they'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Tempo.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Trap 60, trap 60. Hurt.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19. So we're 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
This is McCaffrey on the give. He'll take it inside the 25. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
79 Broncos.
The slot man in motion right. Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Slot man moves right. And he'll get this up awfully close to a 1st down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll try and run for it. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Dragon 60.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go now.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Check, smash, check, 19 Lions. 65 cash, 65 cash.
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. He'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Yikes. Terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, This offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play. Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage. And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
18 Rattler. Cut 19. Panther 11.
2nd and 11. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at their 25-yard line. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out about. Now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Here's 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates. Set. Hey.
Ready. Looking to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Baron Browning buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Here we go.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers make over 1st down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out what...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Denver, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.